is, what day is it? It's
Monday.
and it's 5/29. So we'll just kind of.
December 2nd, 2018.
No, December 3rd. Let's double check. We'll see who's right here. I'm right.
It's December 3rd, just in case anybody's was curious.
Yeah. Well, we're here to do our spotlight on a specific oil. This time we're doing an oil and one of its counterpart. There are a couple different parts to this. And it is going to be backwards to you. Can you guess? No. Deep Blue and Deep Blue Rub. Yes, these are amazing. So the Deep Blue, I have a story I want to share with you, but I'll let Frank tell a little bit of give a little information on the Deep Blue, and then kind of tell you a little bit of my story. Then we'll talk about the single oils that are in this blend, and then we'll talk to you about the rub and how amazing they are.
Okay, quick facts from the big book. This blend contains oils that are well known and are frequently studied for their abilities to soothe inflammation, alleviate pain, and reduce soreness. Common primary uses are for arthritis, back pain, bone pain, bruises, bursitis, fibromyalgia, inflammation, joint pain, muscle aches / pain, muscle tension, pain, tension, headaches, and whiplash. Application: apply as a compress on spine and on reflex points on feet. Apply on location for muscle cramps, bruises, or any other pain.
I found also on the reflex points, in addition to your feet are like one of the best places to put the oils, but also on your hands. And I've posted the charts on our page here, so you can check, what areas on your hands, if you put the oil, they affect the liver, the heart, the back, the spine, everything. But I will go ahead and probably tomorrow I'll do another post of the reflex points, hands and feet, so that it will be kind of up to the top, so it'll be current. But so I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about, he was talking about the back pain and things like that. And some of you know that, some of you from where we just moved from Fallbrook, know a little bit of my history. Well, actually a lot of my history. And thank you for loving me anyway. But I've had, just one of my ailments in my life has been, I've had 6 back surgeries. I've got metal in my lower back, and I've got like this much metal in my lower back, and about this much metal in from the base of my skull down my spine. So I've had back problems, and it's been a mess. But as you can see, I'm like happy and okay now. But I was walking with a cane for a while, and that got kind of not useful anymore, and then I started using a walker, and I was getting worse, progressively worse. Had degenerative disc disease, in addition to the surgeries that I've had. And my friend who introduced me to doTERRA had given me, I got a sample of the Deep Blue oil, and then somehow I had gotten a couple samples of some other things, And I never really tried them until one day I was pretty fed up and I wanted to get off of the medications I was on for back pain. I was on opiates, and oh my gosh, it was horrible. So I was wanting to get off of the medications for all the opioids and the higher up than opioids. I was on a number of even stronger medications. I was about to be in a wheelchair. So, and I also had a friend of mine say he thought that he would see my death in the next coming year with how horrible I was doing. So I tried the Deep Blue on my low back. This was mostly for my low back, is what started me. Put Deep Blue on my low back, and it helped. It helped tremendously. And then I also had a sample of past tense, which we will talk about some other time. But I started using those regularly, like 3-4 times a day. And even with the medications, I had pain all the time. Obviously, I was using a walker, and I was losing the strength in my legs and having to go almost to a wheelchair. And my pain was gone. So, I mean, he knows he's the one having to carry me around and do everything. So this has supported my body so much. I'm not saying that it has healed me or anything like that, but it has done whatever it does to make my body be out of pain. So I got off of the pain medication. I was still worried about that. I got off of the pain medication thinking, okay, the pain's going to come back. It didn't come back, and I once in a while I'll have a little sciatica pain. I put some more of the Deep Blue on with the past tense, and now there are a couple other things I use on it to use also. Because the stuff doTERRA has is just amazing. But so Deep Blue has just been a miraculous thing in my life. It's made my body start to work, and it's totally supported me. So that's kind of a little bit of my background. Could get into more detail, but that would be like another webinar type of thing.
Just basically what the opioids and all that junk she was on was, it's poison. And
yeah.
And it really wasn't necessarily treating the pain, I don't think, as well as what this is doing. It pretty much just numbed everything, the brain.
I think it was just doing stuff to my brain, is all it was doing. And I think that's what pain medications do, is they mess with your brain, and you get messed up because they mess with you. But the oils, they go in and they work with your cells, and they support you they support your cells, they support the innards of you to do what they're supposed to do. And whether it be the back or the legs or the knee or whatever, it goes in and it works it works cellularly. It will go into a cell. The essential oils can penetrate cells. So it does change it doesn't change your cells. It supports them. It makes them stronger to do what they're supposed to do. And that's why that's what got me kind of started in really liking doTERRA, because I stopped having to hop in and out of a wheelchair, stopped having to use a walker at all, stopped having a cane, and I stopped having pain in my back. Not 100% of the time, but I would say 99% of the time I'm pain-free. Okay, so I do want to talk about just a little bit about the different oils that are in Deep Blue. They're amazing. So many different things that work together to be able to do this. But the first one is wintergreen. It contains 99% menthol, and I'm going to mess up on words here, so I'm not a scientist. So, menthol, menthol. Solicitate, which gives it a cortisone-like properties.
Cool.
I had been going in for my shoulder and having cortisone shots. I don't have to do that anymore. I use Deep Blue. So obviously that's part of what the wintergreen is, cortisone-like properties. It may be beneficial for arthritis, rheumatism, tendinitis, and other discomfort that's related to inflammation of the bones, muscles, and the joints. Also camphor, it's an analgesic, pain relieving, an anti-inflammatory. It may be beneficial for arthritis, rheumatism, muscle aches and pains, sprains and bruises. Peppermint is in it. Peppermint is wonderful for so many things. It's an anti-inflammatory to the prostate and to damaged tissues. So that could be part of what was going on with my back. The peppermint helping to fix the tissues in there or whatever, or help my system do what it's supposed to do to fix the tissues. It has a soothing and cooling effect that may help with arthritis and rheumatism. Ylang ylang is often used to help calm and relax from exhaustion. It can help relieve anxious feelings and soothe skin irritations. Blue tansy. This is a really, really good oil. They're all really good. I always say that. It's an analgesic and anti-inflammatory. It also may help with low blood pressure, arthritis, and rheumatism. German or blue chamomile. It's an antioxidant, an anti-inflammatory, and analgesic, and it also may help relieve congestion and arthritis. And then this one is another wonderful one, helichrysum. It may help cleanse the blood and improve circulatory function, which all around through the spine. I know that helichrysum had a big deal to do with it, helping the circulation with all the nerves and just everything that was messed up in my spine. It's an anti-kerat. This is the one Frank had trouble with this word. Anti-catarrhal. Anti-catarrhal. In structure and nature. As a powerful anti-inflammatory, it may even help reduce inflammation in the meninges of the brain. On a spiritual level, it may help one let go of angry feelings that prevent one from forgiving or moving forward. That's big. That's really big. Osmanthus is one of the 10 famous traditional followers of China. The blossoms, traditional flowers of China, not followers. The blossoms are highly aromatic and are used in the world's rarest and most expensive perfumes. It's used in Chinese medicine, and it's used in Chinese medicine, reduce phlegm and remove blood stasis. Reduce phlegm and remove blood stasis. The body systems that Deep Blue can affect. The oils in the blend may help be effective for dealing with various problems related to the nervous system and to the muscles and bones. So the nervous system was a big deal with my back, and it was a mess, and I was on all sorts of nerve pills and all sorts of other pills, and the Deep Blue has just been incredible. Companion oils that you can mix with Deep Blue that work really well together is you can add frankincense to enhance the deep blue, or you can add wintergreen, some more wintergreen for bone pain. But those are some pretty, I mean, that's just some pretty awesome stuff. And then Frank is going to tell you a little bit about, just read you a little bit about the doTERRA Deep Blue Rub, which I just tonight, I had given a sample of the Deep Blue Rub to someone who I heard, someone from church who I heard her knees give her some big problems. And today at line dancing, she said, "Oh, I tried that sample and it really worked. I liked it a lot." It's like, yes, I know, it's so awesome. So it's not just me saying how good it is. It was a total stranger, like 2.5 weeks ago, is really happy with this Deep Blue, the rub.
Deep Blue Rub. This massage and sports cream contains the soothing essential oil blend. This blend is comprised of oils that have been studied for their abilities to help reduce muscle, joint, and bone pain and inflammation. Additionally, this moisturizing cream contains ingredients known to stimulate sensations of warmth and coolness to help soothe tissue soreness and stiffness.
Yeah.
I had, with the move, packing and loading and unloading, I didn't hurt myself at all, and then I organized the garage and probably trying to put a timpani drum up on the wall. I pulled a muscle in my lower back, and this has helped, and then it was cool. I took a hot bath and then put this on, and it just like dove in there, and just it was
Yeah.
sensations of warmth. It just was going,
So this I also use now for my low back, for my neck, and for my shoulder. I actually use them for my knees too. But what has been a tried and true combination that I've used, like I was saying, I use the Deep Blue with the past tense, and that's really taken the pain away. Well, now what my regular regimen is for any of those joints, like my knees, my shoulder, well, mostly my shoulder lately, and my back and my neck, I will put on the Deep Blue oil. No, okay, I start out with copaiba oil. I'll just say, I'll do my routine. I do the copaiba oil, and I put it all along this area, right where I know the pain happens, and I rub it in, and then I put Deep Blue oil, and the same area, and I rub that in. I put some past tense on the same area, rub it in, and that's 1, 2, 3, and then I will take the rub, and I will take just a little bit of it, and it goes like through the whole way, and I put it over the whole area, and it's like it just kind of lets the oils get down inside. It just pushes everything into where it needs to be, and it's amazing. It's like an extra oomph to it, and the pain actually goes away. And the doctor had told me that he thought that I was going to have a frozen shoulder, which would not have been good. But doing this, I'm not even getting cortisone shots. I'm not taking any medications for it, not doing any of that. So the only difference in the key ingredients on this is the rub also has menthol. It's the main constituent of peppermint oil and is known for its ability to cool the body and the skin. And then capsaicin, fruit extract. It comes from a species of chili pepper, And there's a lotion out there that's called capsaicin, but when I was told to try that for my back, and it just burned. All it did was burn me, so I was in more pain. But this, being mixed with the essential oils, the percentages of the capsaicin that's put in there, it just causes a warm, gentle sensation to the skin. And those two additions it's just amazing how it feels like it just holds in all of the essential oils and it lets them go in and do their thing. It's very soothing, very relaxing, and it smells good too. But that's pretty much, and what they suggest as a comparable blend or companion blend is Deep Blue. So like what I've been doing, I put the Deep Blue on and then I put the rub on top of it. So that's even a suggestion there, putting them together. Deep Blue also has rollerball. There's a Deep Blue Touch, which is a 10 ml roll-on bottle. And the Touch is the Deep Blue essential oil mixed with fractionated coconut oil. So if you've got sensitive skin and you're wanting to use it on a child, like for their feet or their knees or an elbow or something, it's best to have it diluted so that, for children, that it doesn't affect their skin. There is another rollerball that's just called Deep Blue, and it took me a while before I figured out the difference. But this Deep Blue is the Touch, which is it's the essential oil mixed with fractionated coconut oil. The other Deep Blue roll-on, it's the same type of bottle, it just doesn't have the word Touch up there, has no fractionated coconut oil in it. So it's just the oil. And so if you go in and you're looking at the two Deep Blue roll-ons and there's a big difference in price, it's because this one is diluted, and so it's less expensive. The other one is more expensive because it's just the full-on oil. But I think I like just the oil. A lot of people need to use the fractionated coconut oil because of sensitivities, and that's good too. And the fractionated coconut oil helps it to be absorbed into the skin too, so that can be helpful. But that's our spotlight tonight. Wasn't that fun? Well, did you have fun, Frank?
I had fun. Deep Blue.
Deep
or
Blue.
You're probably seeing Peep.
Peed Oob. Next, on Thursday, we're going to do another product of Deep Blue. It also comes in a capsule, and so we'll talk about that next Thursday. Unless somebody would like to see or talk about something else next Thursday, and we'll be happy to do that, just let us know. Otherwise, we will see you Thursday at 5:30 p.m. and right here from our kitchen.
Kellogg Kitchen.
Kellogg, Idaho. God bless. Have a great evening. I'm going to get up and turn the camera off. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you soon.